So, question. What's the problem? Problem is, he should not go into... These bread blocks are obstacles to this guy. And yet, most of the time he does ignore them. You can even see where his collision detection goes. It sort of goes, oh, hang on. Is it there? Nah, change it. So change it. You can see it changing, right? From the obstacle. From the bread obstacle block. And he's moving like this in between here. And that's it. But sometimes, when it comes to the corner, like that, he does this. He did it again. He's not supposed to go into there. He's not supposed to go into that corner block. And it's like, why? Like, why is he doing that? He doesn't do it all the time either. Like, it's not every single corner block. It's just sometimes he goes, "Oh, I'm just gonna go into here," you know. And it's like, what? Why are you doing this? You've got code that says if you're overlapping the bread block and it's not destroyed, check your detections again. Stop loop check. Right? I do have another check out here if that's false. I might actually move this up here. Maybe that's the solution. I don't know. But you know, there are two conditions here which say if you're not overlapping this,
maybe it checks after.
No, it checks before. It checks before. This detector always checks before the clam actually moves into the space. Because when it's clear, we rotate the target direction, and rotate the target direction does all this, and then we give move steps. And then when the move steps are given, that's when they move forward. After they rotate. That's after they rotate, by the way. So essentially, this check is happening before the clam rotates to that direction. So we say, okay, well, if you're false, if you clear to move false, then we go back to detecting collisions again. If the clear to move is true, rotate to target direction. Because in rotate target direction, it also checks to see if they're facing the way they're supposed to. Otherwise, they rotate. If they're facing the way they're supposed to, then we give them move steps. But this guy, for some reason, just wants to, it's out of all of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. He's like, hey, I'm just gonna break the rules for a sec. I'm gonna break these damn rules, man. I'm told not to do this, and yet here I am. I'm doing it. So I'm trying to use the debugger to sort of ascertain the state of what's going on. I mean, it's, from what I can tell, it would be telling the move detector that it's clear when it may not necessarily be clear, and if that's the case, then that's the issue, right? And I think that's what the issue is, but it's hard to really pinpoint because it's going so quickly. The checks happen so quick. And that makes it hard. If this guy's not supposed to be here, then essentially he's able to maneuver into another tile that he may not have been able to do before. And that's just unfair to the player. Really. So he shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't be moving into... none of the clams should be moving into obstacles they shouldn't be. That's why I do move detection first. The other thing is I might be able to check its default, just to make sure it's defaulting to 0 on that point.